Hey guys, I wanted to do a review for The Covenant, the Guy Ritchie movie that just came out this year. It is a war movie. It is a film that was released, very briefly in April. I don't think there was a lot of hype or marketing for it. It stars Jake Gyllenhaal as John Kinley. He is a U.S. soldier who is deployed to Iraq and has to accompany a translator. And it's not really about their relationship. It's more just about what happens when John Kinley, Jake Gyllenhaal's character, gets shot and is left behind, and the translator has to rescue him and drag him across like 50 miles or more of desert. And then it's about what happens when he's sent home and the translator's stuck in Taliban territory and Jake Gyllenhaal's character has to go back and save him. That's an intriguing premise. Someone even said Brokeback Iraq. I'm like I don't want to laugh at that. It does have that feel of like bonding and like just we got to do this. I got to like help my brother out. But it's really bland. It's not much more than that. And I think Guy Ritchie is a very talented director. Like, that doesn't need to be said. He's witty. His camera work is very stylish. He always finds a way to, make things look unique. This movie is just not like that. It's a very generic, very bland dad war movie. And I mean, it could be better, but it just goes about things in a way that it needed more development. Like, look at all the war movies out there. There's Come and See. There's The Deer Hunter. Those are movies that are deep. Full Metal Jacket. They're war movies, but they kind of like break the mold, and I like that. This is more of The Hurt Locker, which, it's a movie that is giving you suspense, it's giving you action, but there's nothing beyond that. So the fact that it is a war movie doesn't feel special, if that makes any sense. You need to have something very unique in your film, and all Guy Ritchie brings to this is his great action, which is fine, but, you need more depth. Jake Gyllenhaal's character in this is so passive. He's just kind of sitting around, like, not sitting around, but, most of the movie's being dragged around. And then the end, he's just angrily like, I gotta find this guy. It just feels like there could be a lot more they did with the movie. And, Guy Ritchie shoots great action sequences, but it needs more character development. It needs more time for you to actually care about these people or see, the world they live in. You don't get a lot of that. Dar Salim is great in it. Jake Gyllenhaal is good in it. They're both good, but it doesn't build up their home lives enough. Like, you just get the general sense of it, and I don't like that. I don't like when Jake Gyllenhaal's back home, and he's about to go rescue the guy, and his wife says to him, like, each time you left, I knew something could happen, but this time you're home, and this could be it. Like, if they had actually built up the wife character, I know it's trying to be a tight movie, and I know they are just trying to deliver the story of the Covenant. It was almost called the Interpreter, which makes sense, other than the Covenant. It's an odd title, but it just doesn't work. I really did not like how this film just felt like action. It was a bunch of action sequences punctuated with saccharine music. This like violin score would swell, and you're just like, whatever. I really did feel that he's capable of making a better movie. Guy Ritchie makes fun, witty movies. He made a movie, Operation Fortune, this year that was actually quite good. But, I mean, generic, silly. It was not great, but it was honestly more fun than The Covenant. And they're both 2 hours. I thought that one was, Operation Fortune was silly, but at least it had, like, his style to it. This just feels like a very general movie, all down to a scene where Johnny Lee Miller's playing the sergeant, and Jake Gyllenhaal calls him, and he's like, you know what it's like to owe a brother a favor. And then he calls him back, and he's like, of course, brother. And you're just like, I mean, it just does not do anything new. You know what I mean? Compare it. I'm not saying it has to be Come and See, Full Metal Jacket, or any of that. It just should do something different. So Guy Ritchie should stick to what he's good at, and that's all I have to say. What do you think of The Covenant? Let me know. And, yeah, take it easy. See you guys later.